Welcome, agents, to Strain 07 SAM of the Zero Point Report, a broadcast all about the news surrounding the Secret World IP. Today is Thursday, October 10th, 2019, and I'm your host for this evening, Ocho. With me tonight, we have Ember.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. What are you, Norway?
Nope, sunny Florida. Florida man.
So Florida man. There's a reason why Florida man is as popular as it is. There actually is a real reason behind that. Well, we also have Jimmy the rabbit.
Hola.
Hola, senor. We have Griff.
Hello.
How are you?
I was working and then I came home and now I'm here.
Wonderful.
I'm here. That's what we got. That's here.
Great. I say, but with us tonight we have a special guest, Andy Bendit, the community manager at Funcom. Andy B. Vandy, if you will.
Oh, I'm not Vandy tonight, but I can be if you want me to.
No, you are.
If you want.
You are on a stick.
Vandy on a stick.
I am.
You've been crucified for our sins.
Oh dear.
They are many.
Oh,
You're gonna be up there a while.
I was gonna say he's gonna be up there for
I don't know about that
while.
rent.
May as well start charging me rent because I'm going to be here for a while. Great. Yeah, thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
I'll say this is the first time that we've had any guest, I think, on the new iteration of Zero Point Report.
Yeah,
it's an honor
to
be
this
here.
is the first one.
Yeah, because before, of course, the story goes is that we were beyond the veil, and when Antita decided to bow out and decided to retire, we kind of felt that it was kind of a good thing to give it some closure. But of course, we wanted to keep going, so we rebranded as a Zero Point Report. So yes, welcome, Andy. So we have Andy on for
because welcome to being our first isn't creepy at all. Not even a little.
That's what she said.
I'm here for it.
You took it to a place there, Griff. You took it to a.
It was right there. It was right there.
But yes, October 10th is also the start of Samhain 2019 here in the Secret World. And Samhain is, of course, a busy, one of the best times to join into Secret World if you have not done so already. Just because of all the shenanigans that happen. Andy, can you go over basically what Samhain is in the Secret World?
Sure. Yeah. I think it's pronounced Samhain, right? Or is it pronounced Suwain?
I pronounce it Samhain. It could be wrong.
Suwain.
Okay, I'll take it.
It really is. Okay. Like I just go with it every year, but
okay.
Yeah.
Right. So the Halloween event is it's similar to other seasonal events that we've done in Secret World Legends. It involves a hourly public raid in Agartha where you fight Jack O'Lantern in his raid form. A whole bunch of players can join in. Doesn't really matter about what your gear is. You can get in there, get a bunch of loot every hour. Has a bunch of seasonal daily login rewards that are special from the ones that you would normally get. Has a whole bunch of extra bonuses included in them. Has a bunch of seasonal missions available, including Cat God and the Broadcast.
Ooh, love the Broadcast.
Mm-hmm. I actually need to do something tomorrow. Thanks for reminding myself, Andy. I need to put some... I will be putting some things on sale as soon as I get into the office tomorrow morning. What they will be, we may never know until tomorrow. But yeah, so there'll be some sales on seasonal items as well starting tomorrow morning.
Wait.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first, yes. And if you have any suggestions on things that you'd like to see on sale, tell me. So that way I'll do it.
It's a good way to, yeah, if you have any items that you're looking forward to or looking at that have to do with Halloween.
Yeah, try to keep it seasonal. But yeah, if you have any suggestions on things that you'd like to see discounted, I'll be more than happy to pitch it and do it. So let us know.
Oh God, what do I even still need to buy? That's like that's a tough question there for some of us. Sorry.
True. First world problems.
Yeah, fair point.
So I can look through, but I haven't purchased much. I know I'm like the opposite. me and
That's all
Ember
good.
probably were like, what, buying what?
We can always take suggestions in a little bit. We don't have to do it all now, but
Obviously,
yeah,
obviously.
it's something that we'll be doing through the rest of the events.
Which is awesome, and thank you.
You got it.
So we have someone in chat. Legend of the Star says this is her first Samhain Samhain event.
What have I done?
just go with it.
You're giving me a complex now.
It's fine.
Is it Sam Haney?
Everything's fine.
Sam Haney.
Sam Haney.
What in the Sam
God.
Haney?
I'll say Legend of the Star. I know is one of the people who has recently just taken up Secret World and is a streamer of the Secret World.
Yeah,
bravo.
I see Legend of the Star. I see them tag us in social media a bunch. I welcome first of all, and thank you for streaming Secret World. I don't know if they're tuning in or listening.
They are. I see him
Oh,
in
great.
chat.
Well, then
Hi,
great.
Legend.
Hello, Legend of the Star.
Like Leo and I have stalked her stream and pestered her / helped.
As you should.
Hopefully more helped than pestered.
Oh,
Just
depend
saying.
on the mission, I suppose.
See, but Sam Hain this year, I'm just gonna keep calling it Sam Hain. Just
Fine,
you know,
yes.
just throw your hate
Yeah,
mail
you
my
might as
direction. It's
well.
fine. We'll be going on. Runs October 10th today through November 4th. So
Which is
even
a Monday, I believe. So you'll still have that weekend to play as well.
very nice. Get it all in.
Get it all in, and then yeah, there's in addition to the in-game events, Nicole and I are also running a few contests externally from the game. We actually have two going on right now. One is an agent writing contest, and the other one is a spooky screenshot contest. Now, the spooky screenshot contest is a little bit different because it encompasses all our games and not just Secret World. But Secret World is every bit a part of it as other games, so it's worth mentioning here. And then the agent writing contest is exclusively for Secret World Legends.
Yes.
You can find details on both of those on our forums. The agent writing contest is on the Secret World forums, and then you can find the screenshot contest on the Funcom News and Announcements forum for full rules and regulations and details on how to enter, what to do. I'm happy to also go into them here if you'd like.
Oh, I have it up right here. So yes, you can go into it if you wish. Absolutely.
I would love to. All right, let's see here. So
yes, the agent writing contest is the one specific to Secret World.
Yeah. So we'll go into that one first. So basically, the gist of it is it's a contest or competition to see if it invites anyone who wants to see one of their original writing creations potentially be implemented into the game as an agent dossier. You don't need to have you don't need to necessarily draw your own portrait or anything like that. You can include reference pictures for an artist if you're a grand prize winner. Because the grand prize winner will get a agent made of their creation with a custom portrait made by one of our artists in house, as well as their agent with a description based on their description that they submit, implemented as an actual dossier in the game that you can use in the agent network. As well as multiple runner-ups that will get also their agents implemented into the game, but may not necessarily have custom portraits. They'll probably, if they're humanoid, they'll probably end up being they might not necessarily have custom portraits, but they'll still have their work and their writing implemented into the game, which I think is really cool.
Very, very nice. Yes.
It's definitely a fun prize. So my first idea for that was my idea of Phil Abernathy, Fairgas's brother.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, as long as it's like, as long as it's a reasonable fit within the Secret World universe and fits within the context of the agent network, like go for it. Like,
Yeah.
Don't do like a self-insertion. Like, please don't make your own character and just like submit that, because you're not going to be able to like send yourself on missions. Like, you're not your own dossier. Like, you can't be your own dossier. And then
What are you talking about? Of course, I'm my own dossier. Have you
Fine.
seen me?
I mean, okay. The exception is that we're looking to also have a new Nicole and Andy agent made as a participation award, and you'll notice I said Nicole and Andy agent singular. We're looking to try to get both of our portraits crammed into one picture.
Nice. As a team effort.
As a team, yeah. So we'll be like a duo inside of a dossier, and like the idea is that we'll just be like, it'll be so crammed in there that we're both like fighting each other, like trying to get some screen space and stuff like that. That's the description that we sent. We'll see if that's able to be realized. But that's the specifications.
There should be hair pulling and beard pulling involved.
Well, someone suggested that it should be Nicole in like a wig and a beard with wearing
Yeah, I
a
saw
sweater.
that.
That one was really funny. Yeah.
But I do like the idea of the two of you crammed in that little box trying to fight for space.
Yeah. I thought it was a cute idea, and we just want to. We've been really wanting to like get some. We've been wanting to get some self-insertion in the game finally, so this was our opportunity to like make an official request, and the project manager approved it. And so once the devs have a little bit of time to breathe again, we're gonna after Halloween, then we're gonna be able to get everything going and ship.
Why not?
As soon as the artist has some resources, yeah.
What would your power be?
Oh gosh.
Breaking things.
Yeah, it has to be something to do with breaking things. Like my I don't know, my penchant for breaking things increases my like. Actually, I should have like super duper high stats, but I should have a higher chance of failing missions, like critical failures or something like that.
Right.
No one would use me, but I would have incredibly high stats.
Andy breaks the world periodically.
Like, you can run any mission, but your chance of critical success is like negative 50%.
So yeah, it just gets a critical failure and you lose everything. It's great. No, I would want something that increases maybe like critical success chance, but I just bumble into everything so hard, or like I get frustrated with missions and just use my GM cheat codes to win the mission. That would be my power. That would be my power. I have a higher chance.
Be like, so he came out ahead anyway.
Because I get frustrated. Yeah, because I'm so bad at everything that I just resort to using cheat codes to win anyway.
Use horse weapon.
Yes.
You
Perfect.
Kobayashi Maru it. You're like, wait, this is unwinnable? Nah. No, it's not.
Nah.
Nah, I can get past this.
That could be a description of one of your stats right there. Just that phrase.
Kobayashi Maru.
Yeah.
Say, Vommer says in chat, they say that the thread doesn't specify no self-inserting your character. It's implied, but never stated.
Oh, I mean, we can. Well, I guess we can clarify that a little bit more, but we'll see. Like, we might allow exceptions, like if it's a really good entry and it happens to be someone's character, but we do ask that it fits within the context of the agent network. So remember that your creations are going to be a character that you, as the player, would be sent, like you as the agent yourself, like you as the agent handler, would be sending out on tasks.
Right. Yeah.
So
I assign future Jimmy tasks all the time. Past Jimmy is a dick.
What's the problem
Like,
with
man,
future
why
Jimmy?
did you do this to me?
I had 4 hours sleep last night. Like, past Jimmy's there.
Yeah, what did you do to me?
I hear that. I was up till 2 in the morning last night. Also, I was watching Promare. I don't know.
I was watching Anon for some reason, which isn't bad.
Okay, I was up until 1 in the morning, but also I had to be up at 6 for work, so that was kind of awkward.
That's rough. Yep.
Thank you.
4 had to be up at 8.
Mm.
To walk kids to school.
Ouch.
We're all just bragging about our
I was like, I can
apparently
join
our
in, but I'm
bad
not going
decision
to.
But unfortunately, I tend to do that every night. So
I would say, welcome to adulthood. Welcome to adulthood. But also sort of not, because we're not getting to bed at reasonable hours anyway.
Well, I don't get my me time otherwise.
Yeah, right.
Really?
So I think I'll sleep, at some point when I'm dead or something.
That's true. That's true. We need that time for our mental health. Absolutely. Need that time to de-stress.
Yeah, man, that hashtag self-care.
Yeah, sleep? Sleep? What is that?
My kid wished me a billion sleeps, and I had to contemplate whether he was wishing me dead or not.
Not to say.
But then I was like, if death is a billion sleeps, like, I don't know, that doesn't sound so horrible.
Yeah, maybe it's
I could
not so bad.
sleep. I could take some sleep.
Maybe it's not something that people should fear. That I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a big old nap.
So that's the agent writing contest
Yes.
that you guys have going on.
That is
Yeah,
the agent writing
that.
contest, yes, and then we also have a screenshot contest.
I'll say the agent writing contest goes. All entries must be entered before October 31st.
Correct. So
midnight.
you have a couple weeks to get your entries in.
And winners will be announced Tuesday, November 5th.
Yeah,
then-
so it's gonna because of the time it takes to like get everything together and time after, like in order to give us time to like judge everything, and also it's gonna take a little bit more time to get the the winning entries implemented into the game because of development time. A getting the portraits done, and B like actually like creating the agents and
Oh yes, yeah,
our
yeah.
system.
Once you actually choose a winner, that I guess when it will actually come into game. That's
Yeah.
whenever.
Yeah, there'll be a gap between the winner and the actual, because we would have to patch the game also, obviously. So yeah, there would be a process involved to make sure that they get into the game, but they will get into the game eventually.
I'll have to
And
put in
then
something fun.
yeah,
If not, just to make you guys laugh.
good. I look forward to
Yes.
it. I'm gonna be like, oh, that's Ocho's.
Be like, there it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Well, and on the other one, I legit always love the screenshot competitions. I don't always participate, but there are some gorgeous, gorgeous opportunities for screenshots in this game. So
Oh, there absolutely are. Do you want to go over that contest, Andy?
Yeah, sure. So we are holding a spooky, like a Halloween themed screenshot contest for 4 of our games, which are Conan Exile, Secret World Legends, Anarchy Online, and Age of Conan. Basically, we would just want like the most creative or like the moodiest, or just basically the best screenshots that people want to submit for any of our games, and then the prize will be a kind of a high res print of a poster print of a screenshot of ours that we've used in the past for our games as well. It's a fairly simple contest. Screenshot contests are always great because pretty much anyone can participate. It doesn't require,
Yes.
there's not much of a barrier to entry other than just having the game, which is great. And so yeah, we encourage anyone and everyone in all our games to kind of take their bust out their photography skills and show us what they're made of.
So if you're not taking screenshots, you should be taking screenshots.
Yeah, dang it, take some
Dude,
screenshots.
I have so many you don't even know.
Yes.
But also, specifically SWL, apart from TSW even, you have some amazing opportunities if you're over leveled for the area you're in. Because you can get some amazing monster shots when they're not
Yeah,
actually trying to eat your face.
that's true.
When all the
Or if
monsters
you
are like,
break
nope,
them.
this person's too much. I'm just going to ignore them. They can take pictures in my face. That's
Yep,
fine. That's
just
fine.
gonna keep
Yep,
doing
just
bad
gonna-
things. Just gonna ignore them and hope they don't melt my face.
Yeah.
You can occasionally.
That's when you
break
become the
them,
monster.
too.
That's really what it is.
Amazing freaking angles with that. I'm sorry. I'm a screenshot nerd for this game, and you can get some amazing angles on some of the. Yeah.
So you can break Ankh in such a way mid-platform Kalai at the end just stands there, hangs out even after the dungeon's over. You just take selfies with him. I think you can also I don't know, like this is less reproducible, but you can also break like Hell Fallen or Hell Eternal, like the 5th boss and last boss. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys have ever seen up close what Hell Eternal, the three demons, 5th boss for Hell Eternal. Have you
Oh,
seen those
they're
guys?
hideous and they're amazing.
Holy
dude.
shit!
Yeah, they're messed up, dude. It's great.
Because I've had them bug out where like, it's dead but it's standing there and it doesn't go away, right? It like sort of dies standing up and doesn't de-res, and then you're like, then you can actually see its face and you're like, holy crap! They're so amazingly detailed, and it's almost like sad. Like you really don't get a chance to see that like most of the time.
Yeah, because you're running around trying to not stand in the fire. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's like the Eblis thing, right? Like I kept telling people, look at the sky, because no one ever looks at the
Oh
sky.
yeah, there's some beautiful
Oh, yeah.
effects, but like you can't, you don't really have a ton of time to like pay attention to that because you're running away from the bad thing.
Thousands of hours of playtime. Never saw that once in TSW. Not once. Because you always run away from the reticles on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
It's
you're
just
I think that
sad.
is one of the things
ground in the
about Secret
sky.
World.
Yeah, it's so jam-packed with details that even some
It
of
is.
The details everywhere.
So like when I did the first person playthrough, like one of the first things I noticed is like the zombies in Kingsmith have a crazy amount of like there's different ones. There's different parts of their face are falling off. One has like a hippie flower in its hair and like glasses, like just like what is this? What is all this? What's all this detail?
We spent a lot of time on details like that and a lot of our monsters. Yeah.
And I mean, it's really amazing when you see it up close. It's just kind of like 90% of the time, it just looks like a shambling zombie. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Unfortunately, it's just a zombie.
Unfortunately. Alas.
Zombies everywhere. That's okay though.
That is
So yes,
So yeah, so
creepy
that,
screenshots.
yes. So that's the agent writing contest and the spooky screenshot contest. The screenshot contest is also due by the 31st of October, and then the winners will be announced rather on November 6th, which is a Wednesday. And again, the prizes are going to be like a nice high res print on 11 by 17 board of one of our screenshots. So get to it. I like to consume people's art. I have a fine arts background myself, and I generally just appreciate the arts in general. And so I love seeing what any kind of like creative juices that people are able to express. I love it, and I love to see what people create and what people do and what people do within the confines of the rules that are set within our games in terms of like taking screenshots. So I'm really looking forward to seeing some like really creative screenshots, and I'm also really looking forward to seeing some really creative writing. So give me your creative stuff, please.
Send Andy your creative juices. That's how he stays alive.
I subsist on them. It slakes my thirst.
That's right. I consume the art of others, and I enjoy it at the same time. It's very nice.
So would you say you're an art vampire or succubus?
Mm.
Wouldn't that be Incubus?
Listen, you.
Look, details.
I said what I said.
Semantics.
Well, listen here. Technically, it'd be
Huh?
a succubus, or it could be incubus because with the lore, you can go down that rabbit hole.
I can be whatever you want, baby. I will... And with that, no. It's been
Dude,
great, guys. I'll see you.
I already
That's
made
right.
the one
Hand 'em
joke
out.
early on, and I don't want to make it again. So
I guess I don't want to like a vampire implies that I am taking the life force away, and I don't want to drain the essence. I just want to be fed it.
That's right. Like you're not actually consuming it.
you're
Sure, I'm just
appreciating
your
it.
soul.
savoring it.
That's
I'm
all.
enjoying it, and it gives me
Yes.
life.
That's right.
It's like a fine
Then
wine.
explain
Connoisseur.
the dried out husks of the artists in your closet.
We don't talk about those. How'd you find out?
That's okay. We'll take this part out.
Okay.
But there was more news that dropped today even,
Yes.
where you announced, Funcom announced that Moons of Madness will be out on October 22nd on PC.
Correct.
Madness.
With
So
moons.
we announced today Moons of Madness, which is the first-person horror game set in the Secret World universe. It will be out on PC, Steam, October 21st, and then it will be out on consoles, being PS4 and Xbox One, on January 21st. Or sorry, October 22nd. Sorry. Whoops. On PC.
Yes.
Yeah, we're all really excited about it. I've been kind of talking with a lot of people. We talked with a ton of people at like TwitchCon, for example, when we had a live demo of it. I've been talking with a whole bunch of people over like Twitter about it. We have a lot of really excited like people who aren't necessarily a big part of the Secret World universe. Wanted to know more about the Secret World universe now because they've seen Moons of Madness. It's really exciting to see that, and we are equal parts thrilled and terrified of the 22nd approaching.
Thrilled and terrified. Why necessarily terrified?
We're so excited, and we want to be scared with you.
They just can't hide.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, we had a bunch of questions that we set up for the show tonight. But how did you? You mentioned that you've shown it at conventions and whatnot. Specifically, I know it was just at TwitchCon. But how have you actually How has the reception been like so far at conventions for Moons of Madness? Are there any reactions that you weren't expecting out of people?
Yes and no. So I can only speak personally to the conventions experience that I have been present for, which has recently only been for TwitchCon just a couple weeks ago. We did show off Moons of Madness in addition to a couple other games, and I guess in the context of TwitchCon, it makes sense that a lot of people were really excited because you have a lot of streamers, a lot of affiliates, and a lot of partners coming through there, looking to see what's coming up over the horizon, that things that they can utilize to help kind of build their communities and build their streams and build their channels. There also weren't a ton of video game companies presenting at TwitchCon. Also, we were one of the few developers actually showing off games there, which was really cool. So we had a jam-packed booth the entire time. After things really started going, all our demo stations were full the entire time, and we had lines waiting to play Moons of Madness.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
awesome.
Sweet.
It was super duper awesome. Yeah. The people that we talk about it to, because we talk about it as, and this is what it is. It's a first person story driven cosmic horror game with really heavy Lovecraftian influences to it, which a lot of people like. And of course, it being in October, people love horror games. Streamers love horror games because those stream really well also. We just had a really positive reception. It was really awesome to see how people were reacting. As far as things that I didn't expect, I don't know. That's a really good question. I mean, I guess I was just really surprised by how many people were so engrossed by the demo that there were just lines around the thing. And obviously, it's an amazing game, and it should have lines out the door to be demoed. But
Obviously.
it was just super cool. It was just so super cool to see so many people excited about the game.
Okay. I realized I went into that without even really explaining what Moons of Madness is.
Oh, yes.
Moons of Madness is a game that's developed by Rock Pocket Games and Funcom, correct? Or is it produced by Funcom?
We're publishing it, and we're providing some development support for it, but it is by and large developed by Rock Pocket Games.
Rock Pocket Games. A mysterious signal has been recorded coming from the Red Planet. The message confounded Orochi scientists. Their analysts broke it down and determined it was of intelligent origin. Orochi management immediately concluded that the discovery was too sensitive for public knowledge and moved to keep it hidden. In secret, the corporation, because of course it's Orochi, so everything's secret, the corporation began construction of Invictus, a state-of-the-art Mars research outpost designed to identify the true nature of the message. You are Shane Newhart, a technician stationed at the Invictus, and your security clearance means you are completely unaware of the existence of the mysterious signal. Your job is simply to keep the lights on until the transport ship Cyrano arrives, bringing with it a new team to take over your duties. Soon you discover strange and unusual setbacks. The security system is on lockdown. The greenhouse is flooded, and there is Martian dust leaking into the. You begin seeing and hearing things that aren't there, visions, hallucinations, or is that even what it is? Is this real, or are you slowly descending into madness? I love it. I love it.
Sets the mood, and yeah, that's basically the synopsis for the game itself. Yeah, it's first and foremost, yeah, again, a first-person cosmic horror experience with very heavy Lovecraftian roots, set in the Secret World universe. You play as an Orochi technician. Things hit the fan, and you got to figure out what's going on and not die in the process.
So don't die. Don't stand in the fire.
Don't
Basically.
stand in the fire.
Correct.
never
Correct.
stand in the
Yeah.
fire. Now, when a long time ago, when this was it was kind of foretold a little bit in one of the I forget which one exactly, but one of the financial reports that it said that you were suddenly working with Rock Pocket Games. And looking at Rock Pocket Games' website, they had a Mars sort of simulation game that they already had kind of in development. So, how did Funcom come about working with Rock Pocket Games?
Yeah, so the original, like, Moons of Madness in its inception was a passion project for Rock Pocket Games. It was actually a game that the guys over there had been developing on the side and always wanted to come back to, but it didn't really get the investment it needed. So we, as Funcom, really like kind of helping out our Norwegian neighbors, and Rock Pocket Games being a Norwegian studio also, it was just kind of like a natural, connection that we ended up making. We already,
That's awesome.
yeah, it was awesome to just kind of like be able to reach out to them, basically just like, I mean, not
You're
down
like,
the street
hey.
literally, but they're really close by to where we're headquartered in Norway.
Yeah.
So
like,
we
hey,
can,
you got this thing, and it's awesome, and we can do something with it.
yeah, like here's this really cool thing that you guys are working on. Let's join forces as two cool Norwegian studios and make this thing a reality. And then yeah, like it was just like a perfect fit for the Secret World IP also. So that was just like everything just kind of like came into place like really well.
Nice.
So I was going to ask, how easy was it to incorporate the Secret World story into what they already had?
I mean, obviously some things had to get redone, but like it was actually fairly simple because like all we had to do was really kind of like make things into. I mean, relatively speaking, like I can't go into like all the details, right? Because like obviously it does take some work to like
Right. Yeah.
do various things, but like it was a fairly simple process, relatively speaking, in the world of like video game development to be able to fit the Secret World universe into Moons of Madness.
Right. So it didn't take like an entire rewrite or anything like that. It just basically it was a nice fit, which I assume is why you went after it in the first place.
Exactly. Yeah, it was a really good fit to begin with, and so it just like naturally kind of came into place. So yeah, again, in terms of the realm of like video game development, it was actually like a fairly simple process, which is great.
Very cool. So very cool. I personally can't wait for it. I've been waiting for this for a long time because I've got astrophysics has always been kind of a passion of mine, and working you don't see too many games that actually take place except from like actual like space combat games, but the games that actually take place on Mars or take place on the universe, I guess you don't see them too often, or at least I think you don't anyway.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I remember was E3? One of the things you guys did for Moons, I remember they were talking about, the level of like research they went into on Moons of Madness, as far as acting appropriately for the environment and not just being, oh, it's set on Mars and then just do whatever the hell you want kind of thing. I thought that was really interesting that they actually like took the time to pay attention to that scientific end of it.
Well, I think in this day and age, if you don't actually represent Mars in a scientific manner, You might get
Well, I
dragged
mean,
for it, I think.
You can.
I follow a robot on Mars on Twitter right now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
what I mean is, like, if you're playing like Doom or something and you go to Mars, you're just shooting stuff on Mars.
Oh
You
yeah,
don't care about
you
like
don't expect reality, yeah.
you don't care about like the rotation of the planet or like how the storms are affect it. And from what I saw in the interviews, at least, like it sounded like they did a fair bit of work to, make those events sort of as semi like realistic as possible in the game, which I thought was kind of neat.
Do you think
Yeah.
that you'll be tapped by Neil deGrasse Tyson for anything wrong
Oh
with Mars?
God!
Oh, my goodness.
Oh no!
Oh, my goodness.
No!
Well, all I'll say to that is, yeah, I mean, in general, it all pays to do your research, if you're presenting something, and we've done our homework. So,
Say, if
Excellent.
anything, you need to tap Neil yourselves and have him get out in front and prove the.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Tap
At least
Neil.
once.
Yeah, you have him get out in front. And that'd be I even watched. Am I cutting out or are you guys cutting out?
No,
I was
you're-
trying to figure that out myself.
You're cutting out a little bit,
think
I
I
it might
think it was
be you.
everybody.
Okay, it might have been everyone.
Like, so just Discord's
Yeah,
being.
Discord was just having a little dip.
Yeah.
Cause the other thing is like, I know like Mikey knows about this, but there was so you guys were at, I think, a different convention, like Oslo or something, right, Andy? I mean, you weren't, but.
I honestly, we've been to a lot of conventions, and so I don't know exactly which one specifically we might have been to locally, like in Norway.
I think he's talking about is it Gamescom in Germany? Is that what you're talking about?
Gamescom is in Cologne. Yeah, that's in Cologne, Germany. We definitely were at that one. Yes. Yeah, we were definitely present at Gamescom this year with the Demo of Madness as well. Yes, and I know that went over really well too. And then
Nice.
we had a big showing at E3. I know we got yeah, we had Tasha, my coworker, on the like talking about Funcom games. That was really awesome, and she had this like awesome like lounge review of some other games coming up with like IGN and other big hitters, and that was really awesome to see too. So yeah, we've been to a couple of those. Yes.
This is kind of an attack of the robots going on right now.
Yeah, I think it's everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, okay.
I've been watching the green bar on Discord. For me, it's fun. Well, no, it's dipped into the red. Sorry, everybody.
think-
We've got our little technical difficulties, so bear with us 1 second.
Because I was gonna totally do my question, my thing, but
I think if we talk a little slower, I think it might be easier to understand. Okay, I think.
What?
fair enough. To be fair, right now I'm working as a receptionist at a vet office, and I understand having to talk slow sometimes. So
I understand
That
you
came off-
perfectly.
that came off way meaner than I meant.
A little bit.
Anyway, so the question that we were talking about a little bit before the show, we know you've already talked about it a little bit, but how canon is Moons? Is it in canon like for Secret World right now, or like an alternate future, or can you not talk about that?
It takes place in the future.
Fair.
So
Simple
what you're saying
answer.
Yeah, I think it takes place. I don't know the exact, or I'm trying to think of the exact timeline. I want to say it takes place approximately 6 years in the future.
Oh, neat. Very
So-
neat.
So we know the dreamers haven't eaten us yet. Is what you're saying? You're confirming.
Sure.
I'm just messing with you.
I guess that's what that means. Yeah, I mean, if the Earth is still, if Orochi is still around and they're sending ships to Mars, that at least Orochi still has to be around in the future. But who knows? Maybe Orochi is still around because it's Orochi. You never know. They've just taken over.
Would it help if we changed the server we're on?
Quite possibly. We could try that real quick.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if there's anything on my end I can do. No, I'm just we're having a big dip in upload.
Do.
Okay, we should be good.
Testing 1 2.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Check.
Oh, we're no longer robots.
Testing. My dog is adorable.
Actually, yeah. We seem to be okay.
Yeah.
Yep, and my ping came back up to green. So
Yeah.
good. Thank you, Jimmy.
Great.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Is that better?
Much.
Yeah, a lot.
Didn't know you
Now
could
we're
do
on
that.
US South instead of US East. Are you there, Andy?
Yes.
Oh no, we lost Andy.
No, you lost me.
Oh, God,
Wait, so-
no.
Oh god, wait. You can hear me, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, we can.
I
hear you.
actually
You
had
should
to
have been like, no.
I actually had to disconnect and reconnect. That's why I asked. Like, I literally had to click disconnect.
Oh, gotcha.
again.
No, I didn't do anything, and you guys are coming in a lot clearer now, and I assume I sound all right now too.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
I've
yes,
got
you do.
full,
Yes.
All right.
full
Great.
green bar.
My pack of loss
Hey.
is down to 0.
Great.
Well
so
done.
where were
well
we?
done.
We were
Griff was
talking
just asking about
the
Oh, the cannon,
canonicity.
yeah.
Oh, the
canon.
how canonical Moons is. Yeah,
No,
my
no.
understanding is that it is canonical and it takes place in the near future. So I think I said something like, I would prefer not to be quoted on this, but obviously I'm live and I'm representing things, so I'm gonna get quoted anyway. But I believe it's like something like 60 years in the future. But
I want to
I'll
say it's
leave it at
actually
that.
a lot more than that.
It might be.
Hold on, we could probably just Google this.
Okay, I
In the
am
year
so
3000.
I am so glad we reset the Discord because before that I heard 6 years in the future, and 6 and 60
Well, it's a
make a
Richie.
difference.
I mean, they got the technology. They can do anything.
I mean, Secret World has also taught us that time matters not. So
Yeah, I was gonna
It
say,
does.
Yeah, that
yes.
was part of our conversation before the show. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a
Uh-huh.
possible future. Either that or the age flipped.
yes,
Right.
we'll go with that. It's a possible future within the Secret World universe.
I like honestly within this game, that's a very fair answer.
I was like, because we have Dark Agartha, and Dark Agartha is taking place in a potential future, and the portals we know take you, not just spatially, but also through time as well.
Yeah, there's all sorts of folds and whatever we call it and consider reality. So who knows? Guess we'll just have to play to find out.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to play it.
That's ridiculous.
It's all about headcanon. Headcanon.
Well, what I will be able to guarantee is that I'm sure there will be new headcanon for you guys once you finish up.
Sweet. Oh, so yeah, so what I was saying about Gamescom is I saw like a YouTube like coverage thing, and it was in a different language, and I'm not sure. I don't remember this right now which language. Like it was
I think it was French.
Was that
French.
the French one?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I found out that YouTube has like an auto caption translate option. So I watched the whole thing on it with the auto translate caption, which is interesting because it more or less gets it, but you can tell when it's a little off. But I thought what was really cool about that in particular was that not only do they really like Moons of Madness, but they actually talked a fair bit about Secret World. Like the guy that was doing the report on it, right? Like kind of like she went on like a little bit of a ramble, and you could see he sort of caught himself. Like there was like a pretty good like 5-minute chunk or something where he was talking about Secret Legends. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, really? That is cool. I don't. I personally haven't seen that video, but if you have a link to it, I would love to. Or I'm sure I can track it down somewhere.
I think we have it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I'd
sure
love
we
to check
have it
that
up
out.
here because I know I posted it for. And yeah, like I had never knew you could do that before, but technology is kind of awesome sometimes, right? Auto translate someone else's language so you can like read what they're saying.
And have it
So
be
I'm
accurate.
pretty sure any
Yeah,
any
like more or less. You know what I mean? I could tell what he meant. It wasn't. Some of it's you kind of have to like. It's like what it is. It's like listening to like a 3 or 4-year-old. You know what they're saying mostly. You know what I mean? You don't always get all the words, but if there's
Well, you
enough
get
of
the
them together,
context.
yeah,
String enough words together, you can kind of figure out what they're talking about. Yeah,
yeah.
without infantilizing them too much. But yeah, that's really cool. Actually, it's really exciting to hear. I mean, it's been really exciting to see like the reception of from press for Moons and from various conventions. I think who I forget who called us it. I think it was IGN. They were just like, Moons of Madness is the scariest game ever. And I was actually at a bar just randomly after that headline dropped, and I heard someone just like say like, you know what I'm really looking forward to? I'm really looking forward to Moons of Madness. Like IGN said that it's going to be the scariest game ever. I was like, I of course
You're
had
like,
to approach them and be like,
okay.
oh, hello, let's talk.
Right.
Hi,
Hello there.
Andy
Hi,
Bender.
hi, greetings. I work for Funcom. They're like, what the? Yeah, it was a fun little like just a. We didn't go into it too much. Like when I'm on my personal time, I'm on my personal time. I don't want to talk about work too much. Like I like to draw like a really hard division between my real life or not my real life, my personal life and my work life. But it's fun. It's fun to let the lines blur once in a while.
Yeah, there was a. Funnily enough, actually, Mutant Year Zero, like playing that, found me a streamer that plays that game as well that I hosted randomly and started talking to him about it. And then he asked like what I play, and of course I talked about Legends. And then he went to TwitchCon and apparently chatted Tasha's ear off about Moons. And so when he came back from TwitchCon, he started streaming Legends, partly because of me and partly because of the connection to Moons.
Connection. That's really cool.
And
I mean,
even that was born out of Mutant Year Zero, which is just kind of crazy.
that's actually super. That's an awesome story. Actually, that's amazing. Like, that's what I like to hear, right? Like our game bringing together unlikely people, like unlikely kind of like communities, and just kind of like bringing people together and letting people expose themselves to our other games. Like, I think that's really cool. I think it's also important to note that like, you don't have to be a Secret World fan to love Moons of Madness, right? Like the game is designed so that you don't necessarily have to be a longtime fan of Secret World to get what's going on. Of course, it helps, you know,
Sure.
but and like you're gonna be able to like obviously like the place is built by the Orochi group. It's obviously like there's gonna be themes and elements and like concepts that you may grasp faster coming from the Secret World, and it might be like a little bit more rewarding. Like there'll be like little Easter eggs and little bits that Secret Worlders will definitely recognize, apart from just like the obvious one, like, oh, it's Orochi, duh. But
Right. Like
it's
anyone
not.
else playing the game is like, oh, some corporation, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
like, oh, it's Orochi.
Yeah, well, for me, yeah, when, like the moment, like the first time I ever played Moons, and I had no idea what was going into it because I didn't even know you played as an Orochi character the very first time I played. It was just like a blind playtest. It was intended to be a surprise, for me. And then when I played it and I woke up and like you just hear you just hear some voiceover and then you just see the Orochi logo and you're like, oh, I'm an Orochi employee. Okay, nothing good can come from this.
I'm going to die.
Like I will probably die. Yeah, exactly.
Andy's immediately looking for the van that they're gonna put his body.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make sure you got your will all taken care of.
Yeah.
You have to.
Well, it's a secret mission, right? Like they'll just deny any involvement in anything. Like I just won't exist if I die, right?
Okay, so
Invictus is a secret mission.
Ember, I'm gonna post a picture here. Like I actually made this during the show. Like this is partly that other streamer I was talking about, Fault, because he kept calling the game this, and I could not make this picture.
I'll put it on the stream here in just a
God
second.
damn it.
Like he literally, like we were talking about the game, he's so excited for it, but he kept accidentally saying like over instead of, and like it stuck, like it stuck with me.
That's
That's brilliant.
So I was in Photoshop while we were chatting. In case you're wondering why I was quieter than normal.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, thanks for the link. Great.
There should be.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the-
I sent you the YouTube link as well.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oops, almost dropped a ring. Oh, you know who was a pleasure to meet at TwitchCon also? Well, everyone, first of all, but it was really great meeting Squirrel Pool.
Dude, Squirrelpool's awesome.
Dude, he is
Nice.
awesome. Dude, he's so awesome. I'm so happy. I was so pumped to meet him.
Yeah, Jared was like he posted a picture, but Jared was like messaging me on Discord, a bunch when you guys were chatting.
Oh yeah, like I was straight up just telling him like you need to harass Jimmy. Like, go message him on Discord right now. He needs to be here.
Squirrelpool also
yeah, where were
being
you at
a
TwitchCon,
Secret
huh?
World streamer.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was sadly, working / watching kids, so wasn't able
Oh,
to make
having
that.
responsibilities
I
and whatever.
know.
Oh.
One day, I'm gonna get out there. It would have been a lot easier when I still lived in California, as opposed to on the East Coast.
Yeah, there's all these conventions over on California. I mean, what's the deal with that?
I know.
Ugh.
Well, like I said, like if it was 3 years ago, like it would have been like I don't know, a couple hour drive or something. But now it's like a 3,000 mile flight.
Yeah.
And I had just done that. I literally just went out to California to see my brother and sister. Like I flew out on a Friday and flew back on a Sunday. Like that, it was a whirlwind trip.
Whew, that is intense. Yeah.
Yeah, like so so there's no way I could like kind of do that again for Twitch. You know what I mean? Like there's just too much other stuff going on.
Tomlinson in
day-
chat says it's time to start Funcom Con in Andy's backyard.
Yes.
Oh God. I have a. Good luck.
So one of these days I'm gonna try and get down to see you guys because I think that'll be an easier trip to make.
That would be awesome, dude. Yeah, come
So
on.
yeah, for
by.
me, I know it's an easier trip to head down that direction.
Yeah, I can drive about 9 hours or so.
Yeah, like the East Coast is like I've done longer drives in California than it would take me to get to you guys. Like if you go from SoCal to visit someone in NorCal, it's just as long, if not longer, than traveling like half the Eastern Seaboard.
Well, yeah, California is a huge state.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's a small country.
Basically, yes.
Leo says, if Jimmy and me ever meet, imagine the things we could break in game.
Oh God. And then
Imagine the things you could break in real life.
I know. And then if I'm included in the equation, oh my God, we're like the unholy trio of breakage.
Time and space was just disappear.
Yeah, it'll just fold on itself.
Event Horizon happened.
Hey guys, what's that black thing in the corner over there?
Oh God, run!
You're just breaking time and space. It's okay.
Yeah, it happens. It's no big deal.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Yeah, it happens all the time. It's what happens when you're in the presence of chaos deities like us. It's why the Discord server broke. Because
Right?
we have
Yeah,
two of the three of the triumvirate in chat.
They couldn't
The
take
Discord
it.
couldn't handle
Knew
it.
it. Knew it. That's totally what happened. Now I did have somebody who I know was going out to TwitchCon. He's a friend of mine, and he did go out and I told him specifically, I was like, stop by the Funcom booth. But not only did he stop by the Funcom booth, he also picked up one of the T-shirts that you were giving away.
I was the one who gave it to him, so yes, I remember that.
Yes. Yeah, he said you were a great guy. I want to give him a plug.
Boy, is he
though.
wrong.
Oh no!
No, I'm
You
kidding.
get a
I'm
first
kidding.
impression,
I love
not the second
myself.
impression.
You are.
I am great, thank you.
You're welcome. You are.
I want to give him a plug. His name is Gravity 42 is what he streams as, and he's a pretty chill individual. I'm trying to convince him to stream Secret World. He does not actually do so yet, but he picked us up, and I say us because he picked us up one of the T-shirts that of Moons of Madness, and we're gonna be raffling that off. So over the next 2 weeks, give or take. Haven't fully finalized it yet, but watch our Twitter account, and we will be raffling off a Moons of Madness T-shirt that was given away at TwitchCon. I thought about keeping it myself. I really did, but
You mulled it over for several days, didn't you?
I really did, yeah.
Well, it's an excellent gift, and it's very nice of you. So
Yes, I figured it was better to give than to receive.
it's very kind.
So,
of you.
so yes, as a gesture and as a celebration to Moons of Madness coming out, just watch our Twitter handle, which is at 0 Point Report, and I believe it's not at I believe it's just at 0 Point Report on Twitter. Go ahead and follow us there, and we will be giving that away between here and our next show, which will be on the 24th. So, I think that's going to be cool. Hopefully it's not too much in in shipping costs.
It won't be too bad if it's just a T-shirt because it's pretty light and small and can be packaged. But believe me, I've sent enough T-shirts out. Shouldn't be too bad. Even overseas, like it shouldn't be too bad.
Okay. I say not going to be bank breaking. Hopefully, yeah. Maybe I'll pick your ear about how to actually send it, possibly overseas.
It's
Okay,
honestly really
but-
simple.
But just to clarify, Andy, you are talking about real life T-shirts and not in game, right?
This is an IRL Moons of Madness T-shirt. Yes.
Okay, just checking.
And it's being given away by 0 Point Report, not Funcom. So we
Yes.
have it.
Mikey's giving you the shirt off his back.
I ruined.
I didn't
the
actually
joke.
wear it. No, I did not.
I ruined the
That is on your
joke. I
back.
was trying to do a joke about Andy not knowing how to actually send real life T-shirts because used to giving out in-game T-shirts.
Oh.
That was- that-
okay.
yeah.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
you just press a
I,
button,
I,
right?
I did not make the joke well enough to. Yeah. Mhm.
Sorry.
It's okay.
We have a cannon, right? We have cannons for that now in game.
We
Yeah,
do
we
have
actually-
we do actually have T-shirt cannons.
I
in game,
have
yes.
one.
T-shirt cannons.
I still have the Extra Life T-shirt cannon from last year.
So do I actually. I appreciate it. Just I never gave out all the shirts, which is
I
sad.
gave out some, but you know.
Mhm.
I'll say, but coming along with the release of Moons of Madness, yes, they're showing the T-shirt off on stream there. That's my couch, by the way. It's a
It's a lovely back.
ridiculously comfy couch.
It was an important couch.
Looks like a what?
It's an important couch.
An important couch. It's actually 2 sectional pieces put together, so it's actually 10 feet long.
Oh, that's even better.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
This is how I know I'm old because I was like, oh, nice.
Sectionals are always the best for being very comfortable.
Anyway.
This week at couch.
But leading up to Moons of Madness, this released a couple of days ago. Allison Smith, I believe, had a hand in this. But there is an ARG that is taking place at Cyrano Story. CyranoStory.com
That's correct.
is an ARG. Like I said, I believe Allison Smith had a hand in it. Allison Smith also had a hand in the ARG leading up to Secret World Legends release.
Yeah, we've had a close relationship with Allison Smith for years now, and so kind of having them back on board for the Cyrano Story thing was kind of a no-brainer. So it's up. Go solve some puzzles. It's creepy. Scrivenomancer had a part in writing that. It's great.
Yeah, I mistakenly thought I had gotten like sort of finished, and then people were like, "Oh no, you'll know when it does something." I was like, "Oh, I guess I have to type more things." So if you did what I did, keep typing stuff at it. It is
Sadly,
pretty
I
cool.
haven't had a chance to really check it out yet. I haven't found a good chunk of time because I feel like it's gonna take a while.
Honestly, once I realized that there was more to do, it didn't take that long. I think it was I don't know. At least for the part. The thing is, it's not all unlocked right now either, right?
Okay, all right.
It's
Well,
kinda
yeah, that
like,
makes sense.
The Revenant one, right? As well for Legends, that sort of unlocked in pieces.
Yeah, it did.
So you would finish a piece and wait however long until it unlock the next. So at least the current piece didn't take that long. But again, once I realized that you're supposed to keep typing stuff until something happens. But yeah, it's really cool. I really like the audio. I'm gonna say, without spoiling it, you definitely want to be if not have your volume up, headphones. I think is probably even better. The audio part of that thing is really cool.
Leo Grimm says, now that you've solved what we have right now, you have to speed run it now.
I don't see the point in that necessarily.
The point is to do it.
I mean,
Because
okay,
it's
there is
there.
that. You got me there. Hey,
Because you can.
I just speed ran Nightmare in the Dream Palace. Okay. And there's no real point to doing that either. Leo's time is 24 minutes, 6 seconds. Mine's 18:31. Because somebody knows how to glitch the crap out of Nightmare in the Dream Palace. This guy.
Oh my.
You're not supposed to say that when Andy's here.
Like a
No comment.
5.5 minute a 5.5 minute lead on Leo means I know how to do something I'm not supposed to. There's a few things there's a few missions where you can do things that
Cheese your way through it.
Yeah.
And see, this is why we can't have nice things, because you're always breaking stuff.
Yeah, but a little breakage isn't bad though. A little breakage. It's not like it's exploitable, really.
Well,
It's not like we're
far-
not even talking about major exploits here. Yeah.
So far, the fastest mission I think is still the side mission in Egypt. That I had the lead for a little bit, and then Creasehurst went and beat me. And I honestly think it might be down to your computer and your internet connection, because my time was 143 milliseconds, and he beat me with 50 milliseconds. So
50 milliseconds.
Yeah.
Yes, that is absolutely not only human reaction time, but also the pure quality of your internet connection.
Yeah, I think possibly and/or computer rendering what you're clicking on the screen. Yeah, there's a side mission in Egypt that you can pick up and essentially do nearly instantaneously. So we've been competing over that one back and forth a little bit. And then yesterday I speed ran all the Orochi Tower missions.
I wonder how much faster it would be if you were actually at the data center, plugged into
Right.
a terminal right then and there.
That's what I need to do. And I need to come visit the server.
What?
I need to come visit the server so I can beat that record.
No.
Hey,
Just play on the LAN.
sure.
So you're
You were just talking about how great you break things.
2 milliseconds.
You shouldn't be
Yeah, you're
allowed
not allowed
within
anywhere near game servers.
anywhere near the server. Yeah, just saw this in chat. Legend of the Star says, "What's an ARG?" An ARG is an alternate reality game. A lot of the investigation missions are kind of along that same lines, where it's not only taking what's being presented to you in the game itself, but then also knowledge outside of the game and research taking place outside of the game to also kind of put it all together. I think that's a good way of explaining it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about sums it up. So basically, it's just like an immersive experience where like you just you wanna get in the mindset of like, oh, this is actually happening around me, but you're gonna be using like real life resources to solve these puzzles, or like it's a story being told like kind of like as if it's happening in real life, kind of.
Right, as if it's happening to you, personally.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes. And in the case of something like this, that's like modern day. I'd go find your Google.
Is the one from the release of Secret World Legends, is that still up?
You talk about the Revenant one?
Yes.
That's a
Ooh.
great question. I actually don't know off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Yeah, neither do I. That's I have
I
no idea.
I feel like at some point it said that it wasn't up anymore
Looks like
because
Yeah.
that's when I got like
because it was called Kiss of the Revenant, and I believe the Kiss of the Revenant site went down on July 28th. Or at least I know the promo ended on the 28th.
Yeah, that's what it
I was gonna
said.
say the promo ended. Yeah,
Yeah, the
absolutely.
promo and my July 28th, 2017, not 2019. So it ended a couple years ago. So I don't think it's available now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, no, the link. I think the link doesn't seem to work. I think there's stuff on YouTube
Partially
if you
a shame
want to.
because that was
Yeah,
that was
if
fun.
you if you really want to see Kiss of the Revenant stuff, yeah, there's still some playthroughs on YouTube. Exactly.
So yeah, if you're not sure exactly what ARGs are, go check those out. Go check out Kiss the Revenant, which is the one that opened before Secret World Legends came out. Go check out that, and yeah, it's like an investigative mission basically, but more on the real life side than it is on the game side.
odd side note. I recently found out there was a Stranger Things ARG that lasted for like 2 weeks that I completely missed. But it was a thing that happened.
Oh no.
Speaking of things that are happening, you might not want to miss. I don't know. You can vote if Jason Todd's gonna die in Titans. Go do that.
Oh shit.
If anyone's aware of that show or Batman and Robin history, that the reason the second Robin died is because the populace at the time voted to kill him off, and so DC Comics killed him off. So they're doing the same thing in the TV show currently. Get out there and vote. It's much more important than who is president.
Rock the vote, if you will.
Oh god. We're showing our age.
Oh, it wasn't too long ago.
I just thought it was funny.
Fair enough.
So that's fair. I don't even know the show, but that's okay. That's okay. I normally don't know shows. In a sense, I'm sort of pop culturally unaware, really, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, it was just like a thing. Like it was kind of, I think it was a big deal back in the day. Like I mean, this is a long time ago, right? Old
Back in the day. Yeah.
comics where they voted to see like what would happen to Robin when the Joker captured, and then apparently no one liked him, and so they voted to kill him off, which is kind of horrible. And then so they have the like the Teen Titans, group comic. They made a TV show and they dropped Robin off a building and cliffhung it, and now you can vote to see if he dies or not, just like in the comics.
Okay, all right. It's coming back around. I see how that is.
Yeah, it's
Okay, all right.
It's you can blame Trish. I can't say his name because he's French, so I just call him Trish or Trisha. But Trish from the Secret World Discord, he sent me the link earlier today. So it's tangentially Secret World related.
Yes.
So
That
bring it all back.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 degrees of separation.
It's like 2. It's, of course, the amount of crap that gets talked about in the Secret World Discord, pretty much anything is like 2 degrees of separation. But
I mean, if you're talking crafting, then TSW, I can connect that to Minecraft. I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm going up through our chat, seeing if there are any questions.
wait, did we
Uh,
go over the moon's questions?
yes.
Yes.
We did. Okay. Except we
Yes,
went
we
through all.
did.
Yeah, I think we
I
covered.
was like,
a
do you
lot
have
on
any
moons.
questions?
Do I have any questions about moons?
Do you have any questions for us? No, that doesn't make any sense.
Oh no!
Are
Here,
you not entertained?
Here's
You
the
can ask me
thing.
questions. That's okay.
Here's the thing for Andy. What are
Okay.
you most excited about for Moons of Madness?
What am I most excited about for Moons of Madness? I'm
Yeah.
excited. Okay. As someone who's invested in Secret World and the universe and the community, I am actually really excited for the longtime fans of Secret World to dive in, sink their teeth in, and see what they can uncover. And I want to see. I'm really excited to see the postulations and the discussions and the questions that might rise after they beat Moons of Madness on what the implications are for just like the concepts that it brings up. So.
So you're a Secret World nerd like we are.
Duh.
I would hope so. Yeah.
I already knew that. Just like I had to say it. So
Yeah, like I might not necessarily have the same kind of like depth of knowledge that some of y'all might have, but I'm pretty big into Secret World, and I mean I played it a lot when I was still a GM too. Like I was one of the first people in the office to ever get the end game and like really actually like be knee deep in all that, like all the nightmare stuff back in TSW also. And I was really invested in the story, and I still am. And obviously I want to see what people think and what people feel and see with the greater kind of Secret World universe story being told.
I do know. Yes.
And will moons finally have the answer to that stupid puzzle box that got sent to the office?
Oh my god.
How long has it been there?
It's been years. I don't know.
I think I have a kid that might have been born after that.
The puzzle box.
Entirely
Remind
true,
me.
yeah.
Remind me. What's this?
Oh
about?
God, the puzzle box.
So this is before
Oh my
my
God.
time as community, so I don't know too much about it. But I do know that it was some mysterious package that arrived at the office
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of like turned into this whole thing that like has still gone unsolved. I remember getting a mail not or a few years ago of a few. It was like I forget what the term is for a 20-sided shape, but it was that with like a cryptic message written on it, but I couldn't quite figure out. Like I thought it might have been related to the strange package, so I posted some pictures on the forums about it. But like beyond that, I don't know if it was like some crucial thing because I haven't figured out much from that.
Yeah, so there was
Some context from it.
it was like a honeycomb thing, and I think it had
Yes.
like SD cards or something,
Yes.
and like file bits split across, and some really cryptic note that you're somehow supposed to. What I remember of it is you're somehow supposed to use the to figure out what order to put those files from the SD card in to assemble them. It's like a RAR collect, and then use the password to open them. And like even with knowing like that much, like no one's still ever been able to.
Any
I
IT guy would be
know,
like, "Wait, you
right?
received you received
Dude,
SD
like,
cards in the
go
mail?"
back onto the old TSW forums.
It's on the new one.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's on the new one.
It has a thread on the new SWL forum.
It has a thread in the new one
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a
Because
picture
people
up
like
on the
revisit
stream
it
right
at the top.
now.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, it was a really.
Go solve this, people. Solve it. It's been going on for years.
It's like, did you actually see the package, Andy?
Me personally, no, I never actually did. And I honestly have no idea where it went.
If
I feel really bad, but yeah, I don't know where it went.
no, I mean I think the files are actually like we have the files. I think someone at your office is uploading the file. So like there's that, but like Ember put the picture of the box on the screen. It was like a sort of honeycomb, you know.
It's in a storage closet somewhere, basically.
It's like a honeycomb Agartha style box that would have like all the stuff in it. There's like an unpacking sort of group of photos I think that went with it on the thread.
Yeah, I think so.
It was nuts, man. It was nuts. I'll tell you this, like my wife, doesn't play, but obviously I play the game a lot. And like once a year she'll ask me about that puzzle. Like it'll just come up. You'd be like, did anyone solve that puzzle yet? I want to know what was in it.
I know, right?
It's actually cookies, and they're really stale by this point.
I mean, there's got to be something in that file, right? Whether it's like a document or a picture or
Well,
whatever.
We know the location of it.
Makes more sense when you see the stream.
Oh, gotcha.
But
Nice.
that's the Indiana Jones picture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The storage room.
Top men. I'm working on it.
So Andy,
Yes.
since you are very excited about Moons of Madness as we are, have you been able to kind of avoid spoilers as much as possible?
No, I've avoided. I've actually managed to avoid spoilers quite a bit, but I'm actually doing like a fresh eyes, like final like eyes as if I'm a player playthrough. I've actually just started that, and so I'm going to be playing through the whole game as just like a regular person. And I'm just going to be collecting feedback and sending it off to the teams for like final adjustments and stuff like that. But I do know the ending, unfortunately, which sucks, but it's fine.
It doesn't ruin it.
No, it doesn't. I don't
Cool.
think. And I'm obviously I'm not going to say it here, but
Obviously,
like,
no.
You
obviously,
heard the ending here first.
yeah, that would get.
We would
God, I'll
just
get
delete
so
the
much
whole
trouble.
stream, basically. if that
Spoil the
happened.
ending. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. No, yeah, I've been doing that now, and it's been really good so far. And even though I do know what happens at the end,
The cake is a lie.
oh my god.
This was a triumph.
It was all a dream.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you wake up back in bed.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Just all the tropes we could think of.
Every single one. Yes.
Well, I said the cake one because of the mention of the cake. The cake. There was a mention of the cake, I think, in like the trailer or something, like a birthday cake or something. And someone mentioned that from one of the conventions, I think, or from TwitchCon maybe.
Yes, actually, yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
So like I didn't watch it because I've been trying to stay, as little
Spoiler
least
free
informed as
also
possible.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, honestly, spoilers don't bother me that much. It doesn't really affect my enjoyment.
Sure,
of
yeah,
things.
but some people want to
but-
have like the freshest possible like look going
Yeah.
in, right? Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's but I do know just from like reading like Twitter and stuff from people that saw it that there was something about a birthday cake. So I had to throw the cake is a lie part out there.
Sure, yo, I figured like a little. I figured you had known. So there's a reference to a cake, yes, but it's not really. Well, anyway, I won't go into it too much, but yeah, it's just it's an element, I guess. I don't know.
Legend of the Stars asking, is there a content creator / influencer program?
That's a great question. So not yet, but it is in the works. Actually, at TwitchCon, we had a survey of like prospective partners to take to see like what kind of priorities what kind of things they'd like to see from us, what things they prioritize or would prioritize out of a partnership program. But there is not one at the moment. It has not been launched yet, but yeah, it is in the works.
Cool.
And as soon as it's ready, soon TM, it's gonna be great.
TM. Always.
Okay, so what I'm gathering here is Lorraine from the park made a cake for Callum, and that's going to be in Moons of Madness. Okay, got it.
Your headcanon,
Got it.
yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Ed Callum. Oh my god.
So, my wife's been on this kick of watching like horror game playthroughs on YouTube, like sort of synopsis, because she doesn't play that much or have much time, but she likes just watching people. And she was watching this group of people play the park. I was like,
Oh
oh,
my
I know the park,
god.
right?
How can you do that as a group?
So they were horribly unprepared for the ending of the park. I could just
Nice.
tell everything
Yeah.
was fantastic.
Yeah.
They were kind of playing through it quick, and they weren't really, I think, reading everything. So they were they were not in the right mood, shall we say, right, to reach the end of the park.
Mm.
And they were like, "What the hell? No, wait,
Mhm.
what?"
So, well, the park basically is like two. I've always thought of it as two separate games, really. Like it has two very separate, distinct parts to it.
Yeah, I can see that.
I've
Yeah.
always
you-
thought of it like after I finished, like I feel like when you play it for the first time, you think it's one kind, and I feel like once I've played it, I'm like, oh, I was clearly playing Jason.
Well, and
You're playing the other perspective. You just don't know it. It's
well,
kind of
and
spoilerish, but it's
and
an
for
older
me,
game now.
I don't know how many people did it this way, but I wound up playing through all of the park and having all of the like emotional stuff that comes in later without spoilers. And right after that, I played the TSW linked thing.
Sevens, huh?
Oh jeez, the
Yeah,
Seven Silences. Yikes.
literally
Big
right
yikes.
afterwards. And oh,
Big yikes. Yeah, that's
big
rough.
yikes. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of glad that it wound up turning out that way because it was such an experience. But yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like the stuff you're doing, like in the beginning of the park and even in the middle, like you feel like you're doing one thing, but I feel like I'm trying to spoil too much, but I feel like you think you're playing one side, right? And you're not. You're playing the other side. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah, it
people
does.
that played like I don't know, Dead by Daylight or something. Like I feel like you're playing the other side, and you're just completely unaware. But yeah, she watched these people, like three people, like laughing and chortling and playing through the park. It got to the end. It was like this is not gonna go well. I already know, based on their interaction. Yeah, and there was like I think a stunned silence, and then a lot of like, no, wait, that's not how it. What?
Yeah, well, like, wait, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, but I like I said, I don't think they were really reading through stuff either. I feel like if you're reading stuff in that game, by the time it gets close to the end, you don't want it to be true, but you kind of have an idea of what's happening.
Yeah, if you're paying attention, you get sucked in and you are exactly where the game expects you to be.
Yeah, if you're just running
paying
around,
attention.
just running through stuff, it's a completely different reaction.
Legend of the Star says that they have that Secret World is their first Funcom game ever. So yes, if you haven't played the park, it's a relatively quick game. You could play it in one night. If you put aside a good time for it, you could finish it in one night. It's not too terribly long, and but it takes place in Savage Coast in the amusement park, and so yes, you should absolutely go play that. I'm pretty sure is it free?
Actually, if you go to the humblebundle.com, Funcom is actually having some sales where it is a reduced price.
I mean, and I'm always torn because I'm always like, go play this game, but at the same time, I kind of want to legitimately give trigger warnings.
Right.
that also kind of spoils the story. So,
Okay, yeah, no, it's not. It's currently $12.99 on Steam. But yeah, one of the things that one of the pieces of news that we did have is that right now on the Humble store, Funcom has a publisher sale up with a lot of products up to 50% off. So you've got A Mutant Year Zero is currently $20.99. The expansion is $12.74. Conan Unconquered is $13.99. Conan Exiles is sitting at $19.99. And most of the expansion packs for that as well. And the park is sitting at $6.49, which is a steal.
Wait, you're seeing
Yes.
$6.49? Why am I seeing $5.19?
I don't know.
Is it maybe like a member price or something?
Probably.
Oh, do you get an extra 10% off if you're
Maybe.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
a
You have
Humble
an account?
partner or something.
Yeah.
if you do like the Humble monthly thing, right? Like the Humble subscriber.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, $6.49. But that's still like $6 for the park. I think
It's
is
still
perfectly-
pretty good.
That's
I should
pretty
also
good.
add that we just announced that the park is coming to the Nintendo Switch.
What?
Ooh.
Okay.
oh my god!
You're gonna
Heads are
gonna
been
mess
exploding.
up some people
Mama
so
Duck
bad.
on my Switch?
You broke Griff.
Yes! Yes, you did, actually.
The park is coming to the Switch, and it'll actually be launching on the Switch on October 22nd, the same day Winds
Nice.
of Madness comes out on PC.
That's awesome.
You heard it here. And you probably saw it somewhere else too, but you heard it here.
Yeah, this is an exciting month for us, let me tell you.
Yeah, and
We
also,
also talking about the park, how to come that when can I get the outfit from any because the outfit was the Secret World tie-in.
yeah, it's time limited.
So it was tied into the Secret World. So I don't think you can do that anymore.
I mean, I can always give it away as like my own kind of prize, I suppose. Like there's nothing that necessarily stops me from doing that as like a special prize, but yeah, otherwise there's no like external way to get it. So if you missed out, well, I'm sorry.
It happens. It's these are MMOs. They're very time limited things, just in general. The very nature of them.
Even I
Leogram had a
I don't
question.
have everything.
Yes.
Leogram had a question earlier in the chat. It's about the current Sam Hain event that's currently going on. It says the event daily rewards seem to have been increased compared to last year. What was the thought behind increasing them, and will that happen to other future events too?
That's a great question. So we're running the event just a little bit longer than usual anyway, because we just wanted to get that extra weekend in after Halloween, and we wanted to start it off just now. There's no like high level, like I don't know, design doc that went into this. Like we just wanted to run it a little bit longer, and we were going to be giving away more stuff as a result of it. The calendar is going to look a little bit janky, admittedly, but it's fine. It still functions perfectly fine as far as I'm aware. So everyone should be able to get the daily login rewards. And they have changed this year a bit compared to the previous year. So there's going to be a lot of like distillates and upgrade items and stuff like that this time around.
Those are always good to have. I think I just store them in my bank usually.
Ridiculous.
I have the problem of it's always like, oh, this is like the best item of the event, like awesome, and I just stored it in my bank. I never actually use it. But that's my own issue.
Saw someone in a rabbit mask earlier, and I paused for a second. I thought people say that to me all the time. That's legend in the Twitch chat. People all the time are like, I saw someone in a rabbit mask, and I had to do double. Like, nope, it's not Jimmy, because there's plenty of other people in the game.
So yes, if you the daily login rewards for Sam Hain this year are let's see what we have on here.
Yeah,
The
lots of
Sanguine
distillates.
Kitty.
Yeah, Sanguine Kitty as a pet, a bunch of AP and SP, and we actually have 2 talisman imbuers in there.
What?
As I say, yes, 2 talisman imbuers. Yeah, I don't see anything else
And a
besides
partridge in a
distillate.
pear tree.
Yeah, temple anima shards, a pet, and then AP and SP, and then of course pumpkins at the end also.
Yeah, and the AP and SP, like honestly, like that's even for like N level people, that's still good now just because of Dark Agartha. Like, doesn't hurt to have that to spend.
Yeah, I mean those things are good for pretty much anyone, and we wanted to put some things that it'll have some value for anyone, no matter like where you are in the game. So
I think when Dark Agartha came out, I had like 500 AP, 500 SP. And then because no one explained how legends in Dark Agartha worked, and on one day I burned through I think 300 of each trying to find a legend that wasn't reachable that day.
Legend says so.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry,
I,
after you.
I think we all had the same idea.
No, I think we did. We're like, what's the title of the other one that's a spin-off?
Yeah.
Intrigue?
Yes, Hide and Shriek.
Yeah, the spin-off games of Secret World Legends or Secret World, just in general, are Moons of Madness now, the park, and then also Hide and Shriek. I think that one is free.
Yeah.
yes,
that
Hide
one
and
is
Shriek
free.
play, yes.
And Andy will be playing it tomorrow.
I will be playing it tomorrow
On
on
stream.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, that should be a lot of fun. It's I haven't played it in a while, so I'm going to be super rusty at it, and I'm sure I'll get stream sniped.
Whatever.
We'll play one game with like Jens Eric probably, and then we'll open it up to just like general queues and just stream us playing other players or something like
I
that.
But
remember
Andy
you
is an
playing
expert
that.
at the game. Last time we checked, so
It's I think even if you're rusty, you're gonna. It's how you play it. Like I was playing it one way, and then I watched you and Tilty play it, and I was like, oh, I didn't know you could play it like Counter Strike.
Oh yeah.
you guys are approaching like I was literally just like do.
Yeah, just wandering around.
around, pick stuff up, try not to like get too much attention, try and keep an eye out for other things. You're like bouncing around, grabbing things, setting traps, porting, like flicking your mouse so much that people are getting.
They're getting motion sickness.
Motion sickness.
I play very, very in an animated and aggressive manner when I play these kinds of games, and so yeah, I just if I can play in a very like fast way, then I will.
Yeah, like you were like playing it, just a whole different method from like how I envisioned the game, and I saw you guys playing. It was like, oh, you're playing a different game than I am. Okay. I'm still proud of of playing Tilty though, and being the only one on stream that played him that didn't get completely shut out. I didn't win, but I didn't get completely shut out.
that's fair.
Everyone else he played, he like 3-0'd.
As he would, because he played a lot of that game.
But I managed to get him once, and I was like, okay, I didn't get crushed completely.
Yeah, it was a cultural victory.
Exactly. Well, and again, I just realized watching that stream when that happened, like, oh, I'm not anywhere near playing what you guys are playing. But the game is the game. I think on any level, the game is fun. It's a cool little game.
Yeah, not many competitive scare 'em ups these days. So yeah.
No.
Or ever.
Or yeah.
We're pioneers in a genre, in a field.
Yeah, I think you made one up.
Competitive scare 'em up, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that
Competitive jump scare?
Yeah, competitive jump scare game, yeah.
Jump scare PvP I think was not really a thing.
And I believe that in the trailer for Hide and Shriek was the first time that we met Nicole.
Was it?
I want to say it was.
Wow, it's been so long.
I believe it has been a long time.
It might have been the first time we saw her. That's possible.
Yeah, that might have been her debut, like on camera. Yeah. Was she even a community manager then?
I think it
I-
just
I
I-
mean,
she
you
came
would
on
know
board.
better than we would.
Oh, I'm kind of thinking out loud.
I mean,
here, like,
she would know the best.
Sure. Well, it's
True.
just been so long. Like I can't remember now. Like it's like it's always been there, you know?
Yeah. Well, I remember like she was on when she first came on Beyond the Veil, right? As like being introduced as a
Yes, she came on the show when she was new. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, as far as being like on camera or whatever, I that might have been the first part. I think that's
I don't
possible.
trust any of our memories because
Oh well,
we
yeah. I
spent a
don't-
bunch of time before the show trying to figure out what the bowl in friggin' Savage Coast was. So
I figured it out.
yeah, we got there. We got there.
You guys kept trying to tell me it wasn't from Halloween. I was like, no.
No, but
Halloween.
also I was right because it used to be.
Yes, you were right that the location
Yes.
used to be the Super Hell Summoning.
Yes.
I think I saw a tweet like that recently where someone was like trying to figure out where I was like 20 years ago while simultaneously
Oh,
trying
God.
just as hard to remember where I was 3 hours ago. Takes the same amount of effort.
I can't remember what I was doing yesterday, but I could tell you where to summon crap in Secret World.
Brains are a funny thing.
Yep.
Brains are a funny thing.
We had some more news as far as non-Secret World related, but in other Funcom properties. Saw that in Conan Exiles has a couple that they did announce mounts. Mounts are
We
coming to the game.
Did
in
announce
December.
mounts, yes.
Mm-hmm. December mounts will be arriving in Conan Exiles, and along with it, mounted combat.
Yes.
Right. That I saw the stream today. That was really cool. I originally thought like, okay, you can ride a horse, but the fact
No, yeah,
that
you can actually swing your weapon around on a horse too.
yeah,
Yeah.
the fact that they went the extra mile to like make it more integral than just racing around, like that's really cool.
Yeah, it was really particularly exciting to be able to announce a feature that people have been asking for and like wanting for a really long time. And it's also going to be a free update for anyone that owns Exiles. It won't be like paywall behind DLC or anything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
so if you own Conan Exiles, as soon as the update goes live in December, you'll just be able to, start working towards mounts. So
Well,
I was saying they're mounts that are pretty. They're like they're not the mounts that we see here in Secret World. They seem more like Clydesdale sort of mounts.
correct. Yeah, they're big hefty horses. Yeah.
So you won't suddenly see, because the assets you can kind of switch over. We won't suddenly see like motorcycles in Conan Exiles, right?
No hoverboards, no motorcycles, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on where your perspective is. But yeah.
Maybe someday. Never say never.
Oh God.
But there was also announced for Conan Exiles the third DLC pack called the Debaucheries of Durketo.
Yeah,
which is also out now.
it is. Yes.
It's now available for purchase. And that includes treetop construction and construction of bars. You can now make yourself your own tavern, as well as a whole plethora of new emotes.
Yeah, Debaucheries is basically a love letter to the RP community because it adds a ton of new like building styles that you can add into trees. There's these like beautiful like satin curtains that you can build for your beds. You can have like these like nice luxurious bedrooms that you might do fun things in. And then yeah, tons of different emotes, like drunken emotes and all these other things. So it's really it has a lot for people who like to create their own content, like to build things and tinker around and role play.
Nice. Okay. All right. Thought of the rich mahogany.
Rich Corinthian leather.
So no barbarians in vans.
Not yet, anyway.
Right, not yet. You never know.
Not yet. Yeah, you
Uh,
never know.
Or maybe
Probably
a
not,
van
but-
with a
Yes, yeah,
barbarian paint
probably
job.
not, but never say never, I suppose.
I like the trailer for for the debaucheries pack. Like the way it opens up on the fluttering gold chainmail.
Yes.
But yeah, it looks really cool. Like just in general.
Yeah, it has a ton of like yeah, it has a ton of new options that people have been asking for, and some people might say like, oh, like mods can already do this kind of stuff, but it's important to note that not everyone wants to or has access to mods in Conan Exiles, especially if you want to play on an official server or if you play on console. So this is going to be something that's available to anyone that wants to, like anyone that's on console or anyone that wants to play an official server. So
I really also dug the chest. The
yeah, and each and every one of those pieces is actually its own placeable. So you can get like super granular with it.
yeah, I saw that
And
on the
then-
stream and I was like, oh, you could
Yeah.
actually play.
Yeah, you can actually play chess if you really wanted to. And then there's the new jewelry and the new outfit stuff. We actually have a couple things I believe that we got in from Age of Conan as well, which looks really awesome. That's right. Yeah, we have the Dark Templar and Guardian outfits from Age of Conan in there. So that's exciting to see.
I've actually played chess in Secret World Legends.
Oh, really?
I remember
Yeah.
your stream on that inventory chest.
So I had an alt and I upscaled the inventory so it looked really like 150%, 80%, whatever. And I used layer summoning pieces as the chess pieces and the inventory as the board. And then I did a Twitch overlay to do the checkerboard pattern. And I played one of my Twitch watchers a game of chess live on stream in Secret World. And I lost horribly, but that's not the point. I mean,
Is there anything you haven't done?
Secret World? I don't
Yes.
know. No, but I still want to do it again sometimes. Find someone that wants to play. The tricky part is, like, I let them play white, so I was playing upside down on my screen. And, so I was playing black, but it's not like I can flip the board, right? And I'm having to, like, read their moves, like they tell me their move and I move their piece for them, right? So, but still, the point is it was done. I think I did it on an extra live stream, actually. It was one of the 24-hour extra live streams. I think maybe the first one I did in Legend. But yeah, so I was super happy to see chess in Exiles in a more
In an actual chess match.
yeah, like a more like intentionally usable fashion. I thought that was super. I'm a big chess fan.
Oh, interesting. I never knew that. That's cool.
Yeah, I was like watching. Oh God, I don't know if it's the. Well, yeah, it probably was like World Champ. I was watching like World Championship on Twitch while doing like E10 New York race.
Oh my god.
I went, like I said, I'm not super great, but I definitely enjoy. I enjoy watching, and I enjoy watching like super high level chess where I barely follow what's going on. I find that to be the most, because it's like a struggle to figure out what the hell they're doing.
Yeah. I
Uh,
used to be super duper into chess when I was a kid, but I haven't really followed it that much. So of course I'm not very good at it anymore. But I used to play a ton of battle chess on the PC and used to play chess at
Nice.
a bunch of my friends back in I think it was like elementary, middle school or so. So I learned something about you today. That's exciting. That's cool.
yeah, there
I
was
now know
there was,
more about you.
aha. There was a small window where like all I would play is chess on like my PSP. So I had chess on and I'd play against like the AI on it. And that's all I could do. I think for over a year. Like I didn't play any other games because I mentally couldn't do it. Everything broke down to chess. It's like, why am I gonna play this other video game? It's just moving stuff around and counter moves, and that's all just chess. like I couldn't break the connection that like essentially the underpinning of every game ever is,
Is chess in some
it's
capacity?
move counter move, right? So I just was playing chess for like a stupid amount of time. Welcome back, Griff. If you can hear us. But yeah. I'm super into watching chess at least.
Maybe I'm here. Thank you.
There you
Ooh, it's
Don't
the
know what my
ghost of
computer
Grim.
Griff was never heard from again.
Never.
Oh, wait, there she is.
ever.
Oh yeah, okay. She's back. Great. Great.
Thank you. I appreciate that you think that's great. Instead of, oh, thank God, Griff was gone.
back. That would be rude.
I have no idea what my computer did. Everything was like F you and yeah.
Sometimes they do that.
Computers.
Yep. That's
It'd be
what
like
I
that,
deal with.
yeah.
20 years tech support for the same company. Trust me, I know. I got a new one this past week that I'd never seen before. Print document, crash Excel.
Oh no.
Print same document from Chrome, crash Chrome. Print test page from Windows, crash control. What? I seriously like. I hate printers. As a tech support person,
delete printer.
any other tech support person will tell you, like, there's a difference between tech support and printer support. Printer support is like another few levels of hell down.
Eddie Izzard, Control P print, Control P print, Control P print. Literally, only anyone who has seen that Eddie Izzard sketch is amused right now.
I have seen an Izzard.
Bravo.
I think I saw a Izzard. Like I think I actually went to a show at some point.
I did at some point. It was after like this sounds bad, but it was after the shows that I actually really like a lot. But I did see him live at one point.
I don't remember exactly when. I think I saw it in California at some point.
Yeah, they were performing here in Durham actually not too long ago, so I got to see a live show from them. It was a lot of fun.
So I really can't comment. I didn't. I've never seen him live. So I know friends have, but not myself. Sorry.
Okay, but have you seen the Control P print thing?
No.
I will find a clip. I will send it to you.
Okay. All right.
You will appreciate. That's not a threat. Just I think you will.
Well, do we have any more questions for Andy? We don't want to take up too much of his time.
All the time. All the time.
I know he. We think he likes us. We hope he likes us.
I do.
We hope so.
I always feel like I'm bothering you.
No, not at all.
I do bother, but that's okay.
That's just the relationship that we have, Jimmy.
I try not to.
No, that's all good. It's all good. At some point I do need to get to bed, but it's okay.
We had an entire conversation earlier about how sleep is optional.
I know.
You know.
Yeah, no, I do know what you mean. You still have to like try and set a time because you know it's gonna be like +3 before you actually go to sleep.
I know. Knowing me, I'm still gonna be up till 2.
Yeah.
Like I usually
But if you
am.
But if you don't stop yourself and say you're going to bed, then you go to bed even later, and again add like 2-3 hours to that.
This is why I have a alarm set on my phone that goes off at midnight that just says "Go to bed," and, and then it does so for every like 15 minutes after that.
That would actually
Like,
be
go to
very
bed.
smart.
Go to bed. Go to
Leo
bed.
says, "Ask Jimmy about his cost of magic shenanigans." What? What? Which shenanigans
Yeah,
are you
which
talking about?
one? There's quite a few.
Legend says, "I do what Jimmy said." She tried. I've tried to direct her on some missions. Oh, the speed one. Speed one. What did I do? What did I do that in again?
Cost of Magic speedrun.
Yeah. I did the entirety of Cost of Magic in 3 minutes 56 seconds.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Freaking cost of magic. Literally,
So
I was
what-
reminded of this. Every time somebody in an MMO complains about a jumping puzzle, I'm like, cost of magic.
Right? So a bunch of us have been speed running because there's a speed run and it gives us something to do in the game, and it's really kind of fun, and it's kind of a fun competitive atmosphere actually between I think 5 or 6. So when I've been streaming the speedrun stuff, I tend to warm up by doing a Cost of Magic speedrun, and they've been just progressively getting like slightly faster. And the other night, yeah, I had an insane run. I did under 4 minutes for the whole thing, which basically means, you know, kind of doing everything perfect.
I mean, it's just impressive on the surface.
I would say the time that was before that stood for the longest time was 5 minutes 20, and then I've just been going, like, I haven't been fighting against anyone else. I think the last 4 time records are just me beating my own time record. If that makes sense. Like no one else is competing on that one. No one else wants to compete on that
No one else wants to compete.
You have all of the records.
No.
They look at that time and they just go, "Nope, he's got it. That's good. Yeah."
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
do that to some of the other ones. I see some of the ones that Leo or Darkness get, and I go, I'm not trying that mission. Screw that. There's some really tricky people out there, man. Priester stole my corn. I'm very mad about that. Actually,
Jimmy worked hard on that corn picking.
we were speed running the mission in New Dawn where you farm 30 years of corn. And he beat me by like 2 seconds, and I spent like 2 hours the other night on stream trying to beat that, and I didn't get it. Still 2 seconds shy. I'm really mad about that one. It's my cornfield, god damn it.
And I love that everything about that made sense to me.
It did,
Well-
actually.
No one else has streamed for 2 hours doing nothing but collecting corn. It's my cornfield. I still remember Nervell came into that stream, and his comment was, "I did not expect this." That was what he wrote in chat. Because I just spent, I farmed 1,000 corn in 2 hours just listening to Electro Swing. I still can't believe how many people hung out and watched that, by the way.
I heard a kitty.
That would be mine.
Hello, kitty.
Well, on that note,
Yes. on the corn note,
Sorry.
on that note, thank you very much for joining us, Andy. Much appreciated. You know we love you. Andy Bendit, our fantastic community manager here at Funcom and for Secret World Legends, among other projects. Thank you very much for coming on the show and talking Moons of Madness with us.
Of course, it was a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
But just a little reiteration, of course, Sam Hain has started in the Secret World. It goes from now until November 4th. So be sure to get your spooky on in Secret World, especially the broadcast. If you have not done the broadcast, do the broadcast.
Do it.
It is
Do it.
brilliant. The broadcast makes me every year. It makes me want to go back and watch original Twilight Zone episodes.
Yes, I totally get that.
Every year. So every year around this time, I'm like, all right, where did I leave off in Twilight Zone? But it's just excellent. So yes, go play the broadcast. Go beat up Jack every hour on the hour. Have a good time with that. But be sure also to check out the agent writing contest and the spooky screenshot contest also going on. That
And
was also announced.
Don't forget the Cat God missions in Secret World as well.
Oh, that's right. That's around this time of year as well.
Yeah. Go fight the Cat God and get some spectral kitty pets or something.
Kitty. Meow.
Nah.
Meow, 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 meow.
We're drunk right now.
Meow.
We're punch drunk. I'm
But
punch drunk. I don't know about y'all.
I've been
Yeah.
drinking margarita this whole time, and I'm the only one not meowing. I'm
It's
just
not Friday.
Jimmy might actually be drunk, and he's fine.
Yeah.
But Moons of
No,
Madness.
Just punch drunk. I got like 4 hours of sleep, and then I worked all day. So yay!
There you go. That's awesome. But Moons of Madness releases on October 22nd. So be sure to do that. A quick question, Andy. Don't know if you could answer this.
Yes,
Sorry,
please.
just thought of off the top of my head. Do we know a price for Moons of Madness?
Oh God. Not off the top of my head. Wait, give me.
$1.
No, it'll be more
That was
than
not
$1.
Andy.
$1.
I mean, I'm expecting a range in my head based on what other products have released at from Funcom.
No, it looks like the price
Um,
was not announced yet, so yeah, I can't go into that right now.
Okay,
I
that's
do
fine.
know the
That's
price,
fine.
but I can't if it's not announced on like if it's not up on like the Steam page or anything like that. I'm not gonna say it.
No, it was not up on the Steam page.
Then yeah,
Just figured I'd
I
ask
won't be
anyway.
able to say it until yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's fine.
Yeah.
But if it's based on any of the other products that Funcom has released in the recent past, don't expect it to be like bank breaking. Expect it to be at least very reasonable. Funcom has actually been known to release very reasonably priced products, which is very appreciated.
Of course. I hear ya.
But also make sure to check out the Moons of Madness ARG, which is currently going on at CyranoStory.com. Cyrano, at least as far as my mind goes, is obviously a reference to Cyrano de Bergerac, but that's just
Yes.
me.
Thank you.
I don't know how it relates. I haven't actually checked it out yet, but so yes, go check all those out, and guess I can go to my final spiel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So agents, this has been the 0 Point Report, strain 07 SAM. You can catch us recording live every other Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time here on the 0 Point Report Twitch channel, where you can also join us and chat with us while we do the show live, or download our show wherever podcasts are found so you can listen to us on the go. You can get in touch with us by engaging with us on Twitter at 0 Point Report, emailing us at the 0 Point Report at gmail.com, checking out previous shows on our YouTube channel, and joining us on our Discord server, both named the 0 Point Report. So, from all of us here at the 0 Point Report, we want to thank you for tuning in and wish you all the best from the secret world. Be sure to check out our next show, which will be on the 24th, October 24th, which will now be 2 days after Moons of Madness launch, where we will have more special guests. We're going to have on the show Bloodwed Mallory, who has her 4th Secret World novel coming out, which is excellent, which is very impressive. One of the more prolific authors I know, as well as we're going to have on the show Scrivnomancer. So Scriv is going to be joining us on the 24th, so come check out that show. And in the meantime, be sure to check our Twitter account because we are going to be giving away the Moons of Madness t-shirt as well. That was picked up at TwitchCon. So, like I said, from all of us here at the 0 Point Report, we want to thank you for tuning in and wish you all the best from the secret world. Have a great night and see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Later.